So in Garry's mod, we've looked at a lot of mods, ranging from everything like becoming Alex Mercer from Prototype, or maybe donning Olimar's hands from Pikmin to control a bunch of little Pikmin to do whatever it is we want. Or hell, screw it, even become Spider-Man. So with the add-ons in Garry's mod and with view models, you can really add some crazy immersion to be, well, pretty much anything you want. But today we're going to be doing something that is a bit more demonic. And today's video is brought to you by Yahaha Studio. So if you guys don't know what Yahaha Studio is, it's a platform that you can use to create your own 3D interactive experiences. With Yahaha Studio, you can create and publish your own experiences without needing any sort of coding knowledge. It's really simple. All you gotta do is utilize the templates that they give you, and then start creating using the amazing asset library. But I think it's better if I just show you instead. So we're gonna go ahead and pick a template here. Alright, and then once you're inside, simply go into the asset library, and then we're gonna go to components. And then we're gonna find the behavior player transformation component and go ahead and add that to our assets. Once we have all that set up, now we're gonna go to models and pick our favorite model to transform into. Alright, now that we've got a model, we're gonna go ahead and place it down, and then we're going to go to the bottom right, and we're going to add a component from the community. We're now going to apply the component that we just added to our assets, and now every time we touch the object we placed, we're going to turn into them. And this is just a very small taste of the amazing things you can do with Yahaha Studio. If you guys want to start creating and playing other player-made maps and games, definitely check out Yahaha Studio down below. I'll put the link in the description and in the comment. I want to thank them so much for sponsoring this video. That's right, today we're going to be the demon you've always wanted to be. By the way, this map is apparently construct from memory. I gotta say, man, you didn't really do all that bad of a job. So these are going to be the demon abilities that you get from Doom Eternal. I'm pretty sure in the multiplayer portion, you could play as a demon, and well, these are going to be the abilities from that said mode. Either that or they were extracted from the single player mode, and these are just approximations of what they would look like. But let's go over what they look like first with the Archveil. So with the Archveil, not only do you get these amazing looking view model hands, but left click is going to be your standard fireball. And this is going to explode on contact. Just to give you guys some example of what this looks like, it's pretty damn powerful. But I gotta say, the most exciting ability with the Archveil is going to be your right click, and that is known as the Lake of Fire. You just summon a flame underneath your opponents. I gotta say too, it covers a big area, so I don't think the NPCs are really gonna be able to escape. Alright, so that's not really all that fair, so we're gonna turn off God mode. Sorry I didn't turn it off in the last video. We do have God mode off, but the thing is, we're not really taking a whole lot of damage. I keep forgetting Combines don't know how to shoot. However, we can stop that damage from happening by simply pressing R. Now we have a firewall, and, well, apparently we can stop bullets with fire. Screw it, we're teammates, we can do a lot of crazy. But that's not all we can do. While we do this, well, that was supposed to go through the wall. We're not done yet though. Pressing the E key is going to allow you to lunge forward. Now be mindful that you do not maintain your momentum. So if you want to like say, oh, I don't know, like do it at an angle and you think that, you know, you'll be tangent to it and then land, nope, you're just gonna stop dead where you were in the air. Alright, next up we have the Doom Hunter, and like I said guys, the view models on these look amazing, but that's not the only thing that looks amazing. If you go into third person, there's even third person animations, although, it looks a little weird. We're just gonna stick to first person for this. So with the Doom Hunter, we do have a few abilities. This guy's pretty simple though. Left click is going to be your standard fireball, kind of like the Archveil's fireball, but a bit more round. And this naturally, as you'd expect, is going to do a lot of damage on impact. Right click is going to be, well, fireballs, but more. Let's go ahead and see what that looks like. You can hold this down for a pretty long time, and you can just keep holding it down. You don't have to stop. Next up, we have Rocket Barrage using R, and this is just an awesome looking ability. Like, that's seriously so cool. You shoot out a bunch of rockets, and they automatically track enemies for you. So, who needs to aim? And then using the Alt key, we can simply melee. Nice to know this chainsaw wasn't completely useless though. Next up we have the Dread Knight, and so far this is my favorite view model wise, just looks freaking bitchin', man. So left click is going to be your energy wave. The animations look dope, and it's once again another projectile, but not only is it a fireball, it's a fireball on fire. Alright, so let me reword that because that does sound kind of weird. It's a fireball with a plane of fire sitting on top of it. Like, not like a fireball with flames, like fire on top of a fireball, if that makes any sense. It looks a little strange, but hey, it gets the job done, so screw it. Mouse 2 is an ability called Quantum Orb. Do I even want to know what that is? Okay, I do want to know what that is. That's pretty sick. So this is kind of like the Archville ability where you lunge forward, although this one actually does damage. You do got to be kind of careful where you launch it though, but if you aim it at an enemy, it should... Yes. Wait, what? I mean, the animations look pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of hard to really get your target though. Alright, using E is going to be your ground slam. And that is an ability right there. So you lunge into the air, and then you slam down on the ground. Next up, we're going to use our Berserk ability. By pressing R, we activate Berserk. Now, our left click is going to be strictly melee. Let's see if we can try this again. I guess we lost our melee. No worries, because we're going to make it up with the Mancubus. The Mancubus has a few abilities, one being that if you jump and, well, you jump again, you'll use the Mancubus's, or Mancubi? You'll use the Mancubus's ability to jump and thrust into the air, and that's good to get you just a little bit extra height. It's not gonna get us up here. Oh, never mind, it is gonna get us up here. And then left click is going to be, well, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. But maybe you're not into cannons, maybe you want to spit fire. That's totally what you can do with right click, where you shoot out your flamethrower and pretty much light everything ablaze. And then pressing reload is going to have you shoot out the smoke bomb, which is going to, I guess, help disguise where you are? I don't know, this one I'm still kind of figuring out the use for, but it's good to create a diversion, I guess. And, well, it does a crap ton of damage too. Next up, we got the Marauder, and this dude is quick. So with the Marauder, it's pretty self-explanatory. Left click is going to be your shotgun, and this thing does not play. It is absolutely terrifyingly powerful. Don't believe me? I'll spawn a hunter in. So hunters have a lot of health, if you couldn't tell, and we simply 3-shot a hunter, no problem, and I could have killed it a lot faster than that if I wanted. Right click is going to be your swinging axe ability, which looks pretty handy. But let's go ahead and test it out against some actual NPCs. You're actually gonna notice it doesn't really do all that much. He did not just teabag me. Bro, this is not Halo. I think I'm gonna go ahead and stick with the shotgun for this guy. But if you do get close, it is nice to know that you do have a melee weapon, but then again, you also have a shotgun. Reload is going to be your throwing axe ability. Now, throwing your axe is cool by itself, but it freaking explodes too! And then to top it off, just to stay extra mobile, he also has a dash ability by simply, well, pressing shift. Next up we have the pain element. So this one is interesting because I thought, why can't I jump? Well, that's pretty simple. It's because we can fly! Which makes sense if you actually saw what the Pain Elemental looks like. Alright, so the Pain Elemental has some cool abilities, some of my favorites in fact of this whole pack. Left click is going to be your Skull and Shoot ability. You shoot out a blue orb, and this thing does devastating damage, even more than the fireballs that we've seen previously. In fact, it pretty much one-shots if it's a direct hit. Okay, so maybe you're taking a lot of damage. If you want to guard yourself, I mean, we can fly, but that's not always enough to save us. Go ahead and press right click. We create a shield momentarily, and then shoot it out as a massive projectile. And then of course we also have, well, a dash. Moving on to the Revenant, a favorite of mine, the Rocket King, an absolute unit in his own regard. Left click is going to be to shoot rockets. You shoot 2 at a time, and you can kind of go ham with this. And naturally, since they are rockets, they do a crap ton of damage. Probably the most explosive damage we've seen in the pack so far, but of course that's not all the Revenant can do. Clicking mouse 2 is gonna activate your jetpack, and now you can become aerial. And if you really want to lay down the fire, press R, and you will shoot out a massive volley of rockets. Now of course, as you'd expect, this is pretty damn devastating, and you can pretty much take out an entire combine unit in no time. And last up, guys, we have the Tyrant, an absolute beast. This is the most over-the-top one, I think, in the entire pack, so we saved, I'd say, the best for last. So, if you couldn't tell, left click is going to be shooting rockets. And that's just one click, by the way. That's pretty much the Revenant's entire R ability. Let's go ahead and see this again. The best thing about this, though, is that you can move out doing it, although, judging by what we're seeing, it does not do nearly enough damage. At least not the same damage that the Revenant was doing. So, you're gonna have to be shooting a lot more often. Right click is gonna be your combo beam. I mean, that move just looks badass by itself. Let's go ahead and see what it looks like from a distance. I don't know if the beams do damage. I don't think they do, but does it really matter? A super sick ability that is so fun to use. It's kind of hard to tell which one of these powers is really my favorite. I think it might be this one, though. And next up, we have our reload ability, and this is just, I mean, just watch this. Absolute destruction. And it is so satisfying because you can also move while doing it, and you can kind of spam it. And finally, the last ability in this whole pack, pressing E, is going to be your Wave Blast. Nothing too spectacular, especially when we got rockets galore. But guys, let me know which power is your favorite. I think this pack is simply incredible. I also want to thank 003 for suggesting this in my Discord page down below. Definitely check that out if you do want to suggest things or just hang out. All of these powers were really fun, and as you can see, they do have good looking 3D models, so if that's your thing, then hey, go crazy. I had so much fun with this mod, so I can't wait to see what other mods you guys suggest. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this. Seriously, you are amazing. Leave a like and subscribe if you do want to. All the links are in the description. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and farewell.